Everyone, it's Ellis, and this is a video which is mostly just introducing a new analytical website that I've been having made for a little bit now. It's about a week and a half into production, but we are getting it on, we're basically, it's now able, it's operational. It has enough stuff, and so I feel really good being able to announce it and talk about it and all this other stuff. Totally unrelated to the contract tweet that I ended up, tweeting earlier on Twitter. Doesn't really matter. So basically, over the years, you guys know that I used to have an older website for pick ban drafting. And that actually ended up going on to be used by a lot of Korean teams and a lot of Chinese teams. In fact, there was even that one image that I tweeted out a really long time ago that actually showed printouts on the LPL broadcast of the coaches holding printouts that featured that website. And it was made very aware through the analytics of the website that it was getting a lot of traction from China and Korea. And it seems like a lot of pro teams were using my old website for drafting and just doing mock drafts and stuff. Because everyone has different ways to do their mock drafts. The traditional method that a lot of LCS and LEC teams used to do was Google Sheets. And that I just don't find to be as good. I don't think it's as visually engaging. But I will talk a little bit more about that. So what we have here is one of the things that you might notice is currently right now we have English. We have Korean, and it has all the translations currently ready. And then we also have Chinese. Some of the other Chinese translations are slowly getting added into the site. It's being worked on every single day. And the web developer for this website is an absolute god in terms of how quickly he's able to work and make this stuff happen. There's a versus mode at the top. It works for every single language. This allows you to link another person a URL. They're on the other side, and you're able to draft against them the way that you would in a proper tournament. However, if you don't want to do that, when you click away to the champion, you can move them. You can basically talk about different things. One of the things that I am going to have here is we're going to have multiple options. This will be added into the drafting stuff later, so you'd be able to see like what certain responses would be. So basically, there's going to be a slider here that is going to be capable of holding more champions than just one, and that way you'll be able to click the slider and then alter the champion picks in order to have more theoretical drafts be present on the screen. And then obviously you can move the bands, you can move all the champions wherever you want, and then just with the click of, right click or something, the champions return to their original spot. You're also able to search up the champions, and they function that way. A search works for basically everything. And it works the same exact way that the LoL API would end up working when searching champions. So that is the draft portion of the website. And the goal of this is obviously to help people be able to draft more, to help clash teams. If people have like their own clash squads and they want to talk about different drafts they can do, and, they look up their opponents on OPGG or something, they recognize what their opponents play, you're able to maybe get a little bit ahead of everything and do some mock drafts with your friends. And so I think that would be really good. And then obviously you have the reset button that'll, if you have a full draft out and whatnot, you just click reset, boom, everything completely reset and nuked. Everything really good. Tier list maker. So you guys know that obviously I do my yearly tier lists that I end up releasing. Typically I release 3 for competitive. However, tier list maker is very scuffed. And so because tier list maker is very scuffed, we're going to be updating this. I don't like the color scheme right now, but it is here. And this has a search function, etc. I don't think tier list maker has a search function, and you'll be able to generate unique URL codes at the very top. Some people might be seeing the sign-in stuff at the top right. This is going to be for saving your own tier lists as well as saving your own unique drafts. We'll have this be added to the site, have it be fully operational in just a little bit. And again, the site is going to come in multiple languages. Now, there's some locked features and there's still some hidden features that are not appearing right now. The locked feature is Rift, and what Rift is it's going to be a completely interactive Summoner's Rift map where you're going to be able to implement a draft into Summoner's Rift. And so the champions icons will appear on a highly interactive Summoner's Rift map. It'll show you the champion's vision range. It will show you where the champion is on the map, what they would be seeing against the fog of war. And when you click on the champion to another location on Summoner's Rift, it will calculate the amount of time that champion needs to move there, and you'll be able to adjust if they have tier 1 boots, tier 2 boots, Cloud Dragon, etc., or anything else like that. It'll tell you how much time they need. It'll have control wards, it'll have regular wards, and it'll show you the sight vision that the wards are granting so that you would be able to zoom in really detailed on the map, almost as if you were in Practice Tool, and see exactly what type of vision that you're actually getting. And so that's what's going on. Another part that is not yet on the site, but finally I've been complaining about it for years. We are going to have a proper math calculator. And from talking with the web developer of the site and figuring out why exactly the web or math calculators are so difficult to add and why there's no real good websites for doing it, it's because they have to all be hand implemented because of the way that the game is. And whenever patch notes actually come out, you have to manually go back in and rewrite so many things. So this is going to be, it's going to take a little bit longer to get off the ground, but we will have a math calculator that is officially going to be here for being able to set champions items. You're just gonna be able to drag it on the champion, set the champion's level, set the runes of the champion, and then you'll be able to see what the champion does to another champion. And then, you know, it'll read the same exact way that Riot does, etc. You'll be able to see what champion combos end up doing, how much healing, you know, you'd end up reducing. You could set Grievous wounds on a champion and then have them use their healing ability and how much they'd be able to heal. So the math part of the section or the website is also coming. Another thing that I am considering adding, but it will take a little bit more time, is alternate games. So obviously League of Legends is not the only game that has a draft format. So I'm considering maybe somewhere along the top-hand side, you'll be able to select a game, and then it will alter, obviously, the drafting and the tier maker, as well as Rift. But that is a work in progress. Obviously, League of Legends is the primary concern for me, and I wanted to make sure that we got this out immediately. This is going to be really good for making more content for me. Obviously, my Draft Kingdom videos, I will be using this one for doing the Team Liquid Draft Kingdom videos, which is the subject of my next Draft Kingdom video that I will be uploading, because the Draft Kingdom videos have so much popularity on YouTube, and they are in such high demand. So the next topic will be Team Liquid when I do that video. And yeah, I hope that a lot of people enjoy using this website, whether it be for Clash, amateur tournaments, just practicing draft or anything. And then obviously for Korean and Chinese, you know, bases. I'm sure that eventually we'll get Korean subtitles on this video. I'm not sure about Chinese subtitles and whatnot that's explaining this, but I do hope that it also helps the Korean and Chinese scene. There's also a lot more amateur stuff that goes on in the Korean and Chinese scene. And so for people wanting to use the site, I hope that that's really good. Other languages that are being added, Russian is being added, Japanese is being added, and then I believe we are adding, I think that we're adding Spanish. Is going to eventually get added. So there's going to be more languages coming to the website, but we wanted to launch with English, KR, and China because that is the primary usage of the old draft website. So thank you so much, everyone who obviously used and supported the old website, as well as everyone that liked it. And this website will just be continually getting updated to have more and more analytical tools and features added into it, and just hopefully becomes a hub for analytical stuff that has to do with League of Legends. So I hope that you guys enjoy the website, and that is pretty much it. And oh, also another hidden thing. Another hidden thing that is going to be here is going to be itemization for champions. You'll be able to click on champions, and eventually, once I have enough time, I will go through every single champion in League of Legends and create itemization, as well as like build path, yeah, itemization, runes, etc. You know, the way that Riot has the recommended runes and the recommended items that they can end up doing. Eventually, once that part of the site is here, I'll also be able to do that for all the champions in League of Legends, but that is one of the hidden site features that's not currently available, but it will be coming. And again, this is, yeah, I mean, this is good. I've wanted to do this for a while, and a lot of this is a lot of work, so CornyBot doing a really good job on doing that, and then thanks everyone that supports on like YouTube, Patreon, Twitch, etc., because obviously this is going to be a work in progress, and the funding and stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys. See you later.